Hello YouTube, Freddie Cardona here. Welcome back to another episode of Driving and the News for Friday, August 18th, 2023. And in this episode, we're going to drive a little bit through Patterson on my way to work. We're going to listen to the news. I'm going to bring you with me. And we're going to take, I guess, Route 20 by the Elmwood Park area. So a little bit of a treat, show you a few streets of Patterson while we show you, listen to the news and broadcast that for you guys. All right, let's get you into the news. You might get commercials for a few seconds here.
The 50s in many suburbs, 62 the low here in the city. Sunny, beautiful tomorrow. Really nice day with low humidity. AccuWeather tells us about 80. 87 is the forecast. Sunny and warmer. Great beach day for Sunday. Hot and humid Monday, about 90. Real feels will be in the upper 90s. So Monday's going to be the hot day. Right now, 68. I'm Glenn Schuck. Wednesday News Time, 7:30.
Good morning. I'm Kathleen Marple-Kalb. Your commute's about to get more expensive. The base subway and bus fare goes up to $2.90 on Sunday. And that hike comes amid the MTA's continuing discussion of congestion pricing and who's going to pay for it.
As the board considers toll discounts for drivers from so-called transit deserts, this from Special Advisor Juliet Michelson.
Other than Breezy Point, every census block in the 5 boroughs is within a half mile of a bus or subway stop.
That raised some eyebrows among board members, especially John Samuelson, the international president of the Transport Workers Union.
It's simply not true. It depends on what hour of the day. At night, things become a transit desert where they weren't a transit desert 6 hours before. Express bus service ends in some places in the late afternoon.
Meanwhile, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy wrote a letter to the board asking for a full bridge and tunnel exemption. The board's advisor said that would raise the congestion toll $8 to $9 for everyone else. Marla Diamond, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Winds News Time 7:31. Traffic and transit now. Here's Karen Stewart.
We've got eastbound LIE delays into the Grand Central. We've got flooding at the Grand Central Parkway. The eastbound delays go back to Grand Avenue. Westbound from 164th out into Grand, we are heavy on the westbound LIE, and we've got delays both ways on the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway between the Long Island Expressway and the Grand Central Parkway. Both directions very slow. Inbound Gowanus to the BQE eastbound is jammed from 20th Street or roundabout there into Atlantic Avenue, and the Van Wyck both ways to Atlantic is jammed as well. Now, the Cross Island Parkway to the Throgs Neck Bridge. Here is the deal. Queensbound Throgs Neck, we've got flooding closing down the ramp to the Cross Island Parkway southbound. Northbound Cross Island Parkway, ramp to the Bronxbound Throgs Neck Bridge is closed. And that's because of flooding. 30 minutes in at the Hudson River crossings with another inbound Lincoln accident, this time at Park Avenue in Weehawken, where the center lane is closed. And if you're heading out into the northern suburbs, the New England Thruway now southbound at 18B and White Plains, we've got an accident with one lane blocked. 30-minute delays on the LIRR Oyster Bay branch. Alternate side parking rules are in effect today. We're sponsored by Cars for Kids. Our next report is 7:41. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Cars for Kids. No more stressing over your old vehicle. Donate it today and get it picked up tomorrow. It's the easiest service out there. Donate online at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now, the AccuWeather 4-day forecast with meteorologist Dean DeVore.
All right, coming to the beginning of the end of what has been a rough morning. The last of the heaviest showers and thunderstorms are just coming through the eastern boroughs and into Long Island. There's a couple of scattered thunder shower pops behind that, so we're not totally out of the woods. But the heaviest stuff, damaging wind gust potential, that's down. Still a few downpours, especially in the eastern boroughs and over into Nassau County and Long Island and up into the Connecticut suburbs. But the next kind of phase of this day is we'll see the breeze wait till mid to late morning to start to kick in. We may see another thunder shower early, but the rest of the day we're already starting to see some breaks of sun if you look from the city westward, and that'll continue to be happening through the afternoon as the humidity lowers. It will warm up to about 84 this afternoon, and then tonight, wow, what a difference. Temperatures down the low 60s in the city, 50s in the suburbs. Friends, it's going to get up to about 80 tomorrow with sunshine It's beautiful, though, with low humidity. It warms up to 87 Sunday. Still the humidity low. Heat and humidity get even more intense on Monday. Near 90, real feels approaching 100. May start to introduce some thunderstorm chances later Monday into Monday night. Midtown temperature right now is in the rain-cooled upper 60, 68 degrees. We're back up to 84 later today. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore on New York's weather station. 1010 winds on 92.3 FM.
Great Scott! Back to the Future just opened on Broadway, and audiences are going wild, declares the New York Times. It's a jaw-dropping spectacle. Hails USA Today. Visit backtothefuturemusical.com and get your tickets yesterday.
Winds use time 7:34. Well, the city's students could be facing a school bus strike for up to 150,000 kids.
The Amalgamated Transit Union and 7 bus companies have been negotiating for about a year, but Local 1181-1061 President Thomas Fred says they've continued despite the contract expiring in June.
The message from our members was loud and clear when they voted this past June to authorize a strike.
It would be the first strike since 2013 and would mostly affect the youngest and special needs children, already suffering with longer, unreliable bus service because of a school bus worker shortage.
We remain ready and willing to negotiate a fair contract before the school year begins. Let's make school bus a career again.
A DOE spokesperson told AM New York they are monitoring the situation and working on contingencies such as free Metro cards and possibly free ride shares. Samantha Leapman, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Federal Bureau of Prisons weighing in on the possibility of housing migrants at the Old Metropolitan Correctional Center, the federal jail that was closed soon after Jeffrey Epstein died there by suicide. The Bureau says while they will not comment on a letter from the city to Governor Hochul this month asking if the city could use the site, they will say it's closed, at least temporarily, and long-term plans for it haven't been finalized. The city has been looking for places to house migrants as floods of asylum seekers continue to come into the city. Patterson abruptly closed public school number 3 this week, saying the century-old building's unsafe. Chief Facilities Officer Neil Mapp told the Board of Ed part of a first-floor ceiling collapse. They say they're not sure how long it's going to take to do the repairs. They will notify parents where their children will be going. Winds News Times 7:36. Coming up next, some of Lizzo's dancers step up in support. That's next in 1010 Winds Entertainment.
Increase your vehicle's performance and gas mileage with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up to eliminate carbon and varnish deposits. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for $10. See store for details. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Playing I Spy.
That's my little why.
Decoding license plates.
2BOR. Got it. 2BOR.
Road trip sing-alongs.
Ooh, you make me feel good.
Sometimes the best summer getaway is the journey to the getaway. Start your summer road trip adventure at Hyundai now during the Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in for great deals on many models like the family-friendly Santa Fe, the versatile Kona, or the adventure.
The 770 runs through here. New Jersey Transit to Hackensack. A lot of you guys that have subscribed to my channel know that on a lot of my Fred Drives video and some of my Pride in Patterson videos, I like to call out the bus routes. So why not do it for driving in the news? Especially if I have a little time before I have to go into work.
New inventory arriving daily. See your local Hyundai.
We're going to pick up South Route 20 here by Elmwood Park.
7:38 now. 1010 Winds Entertainment. Some big backup for Lizzo.
I'm crying 'cause I love.
I don't want to get a copyright strike.
Big girl and big boy dancers have released an open letter in support of her. She faces a lawsuit from 3 former dancers. On the big girl's official social media accounts, the dancers say they've been honored to share the stage with Lizzo, praised her for shattering limitations and breaking barriers. The letter comes a few weeks after the former dancers filed suit for the disturbing sexual harassment and body shaming.
This area here is called Complete Care, Fair Lawn Edge. Just wanted to drive through here and show you this area. And this is the back of that area.
Been a big summer for Suits. And not incidentally, Meghan Markle, these days known as the Duchess of Sussex, her former USA Network show now streaming on Netflix and Peacock, topping the charts, some 4 billion minutes of viewing on 1 week in July. Winds News Time, 7:39, top stories, including an update on those storms, next.
Anytime I drive into a company's parking lot, you always want to be respectful, realizing that is private property. So just for the sake of going in to show you guys and getting right back out, don't linger. I will not linger. I mean, it's private property, but there's driveways where you can access them. They're not closed to the public. So in that particular facility, I would imagine you'd get visitors or patients, right? Visitors of the residents. If that is a residence, I'm not sure.
Kingsford Original lights faster and has a long burn time, giving you the ultimate grilling experience. So grab a bag of Kingsford Original.
So we're on Route 20 South in Elmwood Park on the left, across the river.
USA.
Whether it's your smart device or the car radio.
And we got Eastside Park here on the right. Check out my channel. I did a few videos here. Type in Pride and Patterson, Eastside Park.
You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. 68 degrees at 7:40 on this Friday, August 18th. I'm Kathleen Marple-Kalb, and here's what's happening. Well, this is fun. Rain and storms moved through this morning. We got live AccuWeather on the way. Bad answer. Maui's emergency management chief resigns a day after saying he did not regret not sounding sirens to warn of wildfires. 2-car crash in downtown Brooklyn early today leaves 1 person dead, 3 more hurt. It was right near Borough Hall. A police shooting in East Flatbush, 17-year-old wounded. Authorities say he picked up a gun and an officer fired at him. City council members call for the closing of a Queens homeless shelter after an apparent drug overdose there. Mets win, Yanks off. 10-10 wins AccuWeather. Got those storms and downpours early. Localized flooding and gusty winds. Less humid with some sun this afternoon. The high, 84. Winds News Time 7:41. Traffic and transit now. Here's Karen Stewart.
We got an update from the LIRR. There are now 40-minute delays on the Oyster Bay branch due to signal problems, plus 15 to 20-minute delays on the Port Jefferson branch now due to signal trouble near Northport. Northbound 2 and 5 trains are holding at stations in Brooklyn. EMS is responding to someone in need on a train at Winthrop Street. Southbound 6s, northbound N and Q, southbound E's, and the southbound C's are all running with delays. If you're heading out right now into Long Island, we've got the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway southbound at Plainview Road, exit 9, with an accident. It's over on the left-hand shoulder. In the northern suburbs, the southbound New England Thruway at 18B and White Plains has a crash. We've got 1 lane blocked. Southbound 684, meanwhile, at exit 2 for the airport has a multi-vehicle accident involving an overturned tractor trailer. New Jersey, the southbound Garden State Parkway delayed to 154. We've got an accident. We've got the left lane closed up, and the eastbound side of 78's express lanes at 52 for the Parkway in Hillside has an accident, and the right lane is closed. So we're looking at about 15 to 20 in at the Holland, 30 at the George, 30 at the Lincoln, with a crash at Park Avenue and Weehawken still in the center, and alternate side of the street is in effect today. Our next report, 7:51. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Well, this is just what we needed for the morning commute. Rain and storms are moving through, snarling things. Let's get the latest with AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore.
All right, Kathleen, it looks like the worst is over for us. We have some heftier showers and some thunder still moving through the city, and now the heaviest ones of that batch are moving into Long Island again. The rest of the day, I think the shower and thunder showers that could pop up early would just be something light. We'll see that maybe in the next few hours, but the general trend the rest of the day is lowering humidity. Clouds will break for some sun at times, maybe that pop shower, thunder shower, and a much more comfortable afternoon as temperatures will get up to 84 and the humidity lowering, and then what a weekend ahead. But again, just a few more scattered showers and thunder showers here in the next few minutes. We'll ease off the pedal after it's been a bumpy morning. I've got details on that great weekend ahead 10 minutes away on New York's weather station, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Winds East Time 7:43 in California. They're bracing for an unusual weather hazard, Hurricane Hillary.
Warm waters west of Mexico are partially to blame frame for supercharging the system, which is also a concern in the Gulf of Mexico and Atlantic Ocean, where several storms could develop in the coming days. One expert calling the record 88-degree water in the Gulf freakishly hot. Others warning that coral reefs, a vital part of the underwater ecosystem and a line of defense against hurricanes, are bleaching and dying across the Caribbean.
That is correspondent Andrew Dimbert. Hillary became a Category 4 storm early today. It's expected to weaken but make landfall as a hurricane. That hasn't happened in Southern California since 1939. On Maui, they are looking for a new emergency management chief after he announced his resignation in the wake of the controversy over warning sirens.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not.
Herman Ndaya explaining in a news conference Wednesday, sirens are primarily used for tsunami warnings, with residents trained to quickly seek higher ground.
And if that was the case, then they would have gone into the fire.
24 hours after those remarks, Maui's mayor announced Ndaya's resignation due to health reasons and saying in a statement, given the gravity of the crisis we are facing, my team and I will be placing someone in this key position as quickly as possible.
That is correspondent Derek Dennis reporting. Hawaii's Attorney General has promised an independent review of the response to the wildfires. At least 111 people are confirmed dead. Horrible crash in downtown Brooklyn early today. Police say one person was killed, 3 more hurt in the 2-car collision at Court Street and Atlantic Avenue. It's down the street from Borough Hall. Happened just after 3:30. Cars and mangled wreckage ended up on opposite sides of the road. 1 person dead at the scene, 3 more taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Police say one driver actually tried to run off but was later taken into custody. No other information right now. A 17-year-old is recovering after being wounded in a police-involved shooting in Brooklyn.
The way Chief of Patrol John Shell sees it, the police shooting in East Flatbush prevented an innocent bystander from possibly getting shot. The police saw a group of young people fighting on the street. The police approached, and that's when they say a 17-year-old male on a Razor scooter fled the scene. A police officer spotted him again, and at East 96th Street and Clarkson Avenue, Chief Shell says the suspect dropped a purple 9mm gun. He was ordered repeatedly not to pick up the gun, but he says he did, and that's when the officer shot him 1 time in the leg.
It appears he drops the gun, he goes to pick it up, we're talking seconds.
He was immediately arrested, and the police rendered aid.
Our officers go into life-saving techniques. They apply a tourniquet to his right thigh to stop the bleeding.
The team was taken to a local hospital and is expected to survive. Carol Diori, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM in Brooklyn.
Home prices on Long Island have hit a new high.
For Lisa Kennedy, real estate agent for Eric G. Ramsey and Associates, she just sold a house in Massapequa for $670,000. That's $120,000 over the asking price. And Nassau County last month soared with new records. $725,000 is the average selling price. In Suffolk County, it's $570,000.
All right, guys, that was 17 minutes. So sorry about that very long driving in the news. All right, guys, thank you so much for the viewership. I am humbled when I see all the views that these driving in the news gets. I never thought that these videos would get over 100 views daily. Sometimes we don't get that many, and that's okay. That's all right. This is not really for the current population. This is more for future generations. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next Driving and the News.